Alright, guys, so the main event of UFC 291 is going to be Jamahal versus Jiri Prochazka. Finally, it seems like Jiri Prochazka's shoulder is getting better, and I think he's going to be able to be, maybe not at 100% shape, but close to what he was before. And, it's good to see a fighter like that, like a very exciting fighter, come back from an injury like that. Like the UFC doctors are saying, it's the worst shoulder injury they've ever seen. That's not what you want to hear. But he's coming back to take on Jamahal. And, I was watching the media day for this weekend's UFC fight, Almeida versus Rosenstruck. And, Johnny Walker was asked a question, and this one media member from the Mac Life disrespected Jamahal. He was trying to act like Jamahal is the interim champion and Jiri's undisputed champ, even though Jiri clearly vacated the belt. There was two separate pay-per-views that fought for the vacant undisputed light heavyweight belt, and this media member still called Jamahal an interim champ. And I hope that Jamahal saw that, and I hope that he gives him a two-piece just to knock some sense back into that guy. But I think for this fight, me personally, I'm currently leaning towards Jamahal because I think that his striking, this is going to be a mainly striking match. And I think overall, Jiri might have the power advantage, but Jamahal has really clean technique. His punches, he keeps his hands a bit low at times, but he's got pretty good defense. The punches, his opponents don't really see them coming as much. With Johnny Walker, he didn't see it too much. Thiago Santos, same thing. And obviously, Gloria Teixeira. And, Jiri Prochazka is a guy who's, not to be disrespectful to him, but he's not, as defensively responsible. But that's part of his style. That's part of what makes him such a unique and exciting fighter. He will always give fun fights, but he's always at a danger of being knocked out. In the Dominic Reyes fight, he got rocked quite a bit. He was almost out. Same thing with Gloria Teixeira. Gloria Teixeira could have won that fight if he didn't pull that guillotine. But that was just a bad fight, a human mistake, and you can't have those in MMA. But now, this fight, I still think that Jamahal is going to win. I think that his technique, obviously we've seen Jamahal take some big shots. So I don't really see Jiri, putting him out cold. But the guy is just so dangerous. It's if there is one guy that could finish Jamahal, it would probably be someone like Jiri Prochazka. And obviously, Jamahal has been finished in the past by Paul Craig. But that was kind of due to his arm, being dislocated, which was caused by Paul Craig. But it wasn't a standing knockout or drop someone and then finish them off of ground and pound, which is the way I would see Jiri winning. Because I don't see him submitting Jamahal. He seems obviously it's different for everyone, but when he had his arm tangling up, he didn't tap. The fight was stopped because Paul Craig was beating him with his other hand, and the referee stepped in due to a TKO. It was in the submission. Jamahal didn't tap, so he doesn't seem like the type of guy that would tap to submission. His arm was literally broken and dangling around, and he didn't tap to that. So I don't see Jiri submitting him either. And I feel Jamahal, he's got good momentum. Jiri, by the time they will fight, he would have fought, the last time he would have fought would be in June of 2022. So that's a year and 2 months approximately. So that's a long time. And he's coming out the shoulder injury. I do think he'll be good, but not 100% he was before. That's not good going up against a guy who's got the confidence of a champion now. He's putting on great performances, and he's a good striker, good power in his prime. And I think Jamahal has actually pretty underrated fight IQ. Like it doesn't really show too much because like you wouldn't think he's got a like high fight IQ, like kind of the way he fights it initially looking at it, but like because it looks like he's taking more damage than he actually is. Like when I first saw the Glover or Thiago Santos fights, I thought he was taking a lot of shots. He was actually like doing a good job rolling or getting his hands in the way, or kind of getting his head out the way. But in real time, it looks like it lands, but it doesn't. And Yuri's actually got a pretty good fight IQ too. Like obviously it's not gonna show as well, but when he's very very dangerous. If he gets Jamahal hurt, or like he always finds a way to like get his opponents in danger. At least in his UFC career. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he goes with Jamahal, because I think this fight might turn into a war for Jiri Prochazka to win. But I think Jamahal will be able to stay a few steps ahead of Jiri, kind of keep it clean enough to not give Jiri those ways of winning the fight and those openings where he can stop him. But I got Jamahal winning this fight.